Hello again, this is Lewis. It's my second video log. Today's subject matter is people fighting with each other based off of religious and belief system things. So first I'd like to talk about some things here. See, the word Christ comes from the Greek word Christos, meaning the anointed one. Christos is the Greek version of the word Krishna, which is, people in India mostly call God. When an Indian person calls on Krishna, he often says Krista. Krista is a Sanskrit word meaning attraction. So you see, when we address God as Christ or Krista or Krishna, we indicate the same all-attractive supreme personality of Godhead. Because God is absolute, His name, His form, and His qualities are also absolute. In other words, we are limited, but God is unlimited. And because He is unlimited or absolute, He has unlimited names, each of which is God. So in conclusion, no matter what religion you are practicing or worshiping with, whether you are chanting to Krishna on beads, or Krista, or Buddha on prayer beads, or praying to Christ or Christos on a rosary, or just sitting down or kneeling, praying to Allah or God, you are associating directly with God. Therefore, people from different faiths or religions should not fight about who is right or who is wrong and all this nonsense, but rather just embrace each other as brothers and sisters of God and rejoice and celebrate their relationships with God. That makes more sense to me. Reading my notes here. I wrote some things down. So I was recently reading the Bible, which I often do, and I came across this in the book of Matthew 18:15. It says, Jesus says, "Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone. If he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother." So basically, Jesus is really basically saying there that if someone does you wrong, or offends you, makes an offense towards you, and you feel like hurt or offended, you should go to that person and say, "Look, this is what happened, and this is why I feel this way, and this is how it made me feel." And if he will at least listen to you, then that's a good sign. If you guys can work it out, say, he can then say, I didn't mean to do that. I'm very sorry, and then everything's fine. Or he can say, "I did mean to do that because you offended me when this happened," and then you can all work it out. Jesus actually then says in 18:16 of Matthew, "But if he will not hear thee, then take with thee 2 or 3 more, that in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses every word may be established." So basically, Jesus is really, pushing this. He wants all the people to be okay with each other, not be fighting and everything. He wants, if somebody offends you, he wants you to go talk it over with the guy. If the guy's not listening to you, maybe bring some people. So then between you and the people you brought, maybe he can understand. If everyone's trying to tell him, "Look, this is what happened," he's just trying to fix the situation here, So it appears that Jesus really wanted us to really work together to, have peace and harmony and not all this fighting. So all of you that listen to Jesus, there you go, Also, recently I was watching this special presentation on Netflix, where His Holiness, the Dalai Lama, who is from the Buddhist religion, said that no matter what beliefs a man has or what religion he follows, he must be respected. You must respect that man for his beliefs. He continued further by saying that even if a man is an atheist, you must respect him because those are his beliefs and they should be respected. So just because if you believe in God, someone else doesn't believe in God, you shouldn't really diss that person or make offenses to that person or say, "Oh, you're wrong." You should just respect him because those are his beliefs. Everyone should be respected for their beliefs. You don't have to necessarily agree with everyone's beliefs, because everyone has different opinions on things. So, that's okay. We all have different opinions on things, and that's what makes everything so awesome, because everybody's different. If everybody was the same, this would be a pretty darn boring place to be. Like, oh, I know what this guy's thinking because he's just like me. Oh, I know what's going to happen in this movie because the guys who made it are just like me. I mean, it would be kind of boring. There'd be no surprise. There would be no interesting conversations. Everything would be pretty darn boring, to say the least. So it's a good thing that everybody's different. Different religions, different colors, different nationalities, different languages. This is all very beautiful. It's all very lovely, I think. It's just my opinion, but I mean. So basically, His Holiness the Dalai Lama was saying no matter what religion anybody is, they should be respected, whether they're a Sikh or a Jew or a Muslim or a Jehovah's Witness, Catholic, Christian, Hindu, Vaishnava, Buddhist, Mormon, Scientologist, pagan, etc., etc. There are so many. Sorry if I left any of them out. There's millions and millions of, these religions. There's so many. Some religions we don't even know. Maybe in certain tribes, in certain places, indigenous places that we hardly ever go. We don't even know how they worship God. But they worship God. So that's cool. But you have to respect everybody no matter what their beliefs are. Just respect them, And there's even people that I've encountered that don't even have a religion, really. They're not really atheists per se. They say that they believe there is such a thing as God, but they don't know exactly, what to call him, or they're not following any religion. They just have their own basic principles and morals, Someone I know one person, he says, I'm just like balance in the world, like the yin yang. I like balance. I don't want there to be too much of this and too much of that. I just like everything to be a perfect balance in life, and that's how I live my life, like a balance, which is cool, And I know another person that he follows philosophy. He's all about philosophy, and that's cool. There are many philosophers out there. They do get into some religious conversations, some religious theories, but all their stuff is basically philosophy, and that's cool too. So no matter what really the person's ideals are or morals, you should really respect them for that. It's okay to be different. But I've seen so many fighting on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter and all these different social networking sites where just people are they just seem mad and hateful and mean, really, to one another because they're different and they have different views on things. I just think that's ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. We should really be working together, to having peace and harmony in the world. That would be great. Imagine there would be a lot less wars. So many wars have already happened, due to this religious fighting. It's just ridiculous to me. I don't understand. If you call God Christ, awesome. If you call God Allah, awesome. If you call God Buddha, awesome. What's the difference? I mean, it's all God. Okay, one person kneels and faces a certain direction, prays to God at certain times of the day. The other person goes into a certain room in a church and prays to God that way, or a certain place, or another person just goes into the forest and prays. I don't see the problem. Everyone's doing their own thing. And even the guy that doesn't pray to God at all, he says that God doesn't exist, everything has happened by chance. It's all kind of just boom, happened. Okay, that is your beliefs, that's fine. Okay. I don't see a problem. But everybody wants to fight. I think it's more that people like to fight rather than, that it's a religious thing. I think that people would fight even if there wasn't religion. They would fight about other things like, I don't know, other things, Pokemon or colors or what clothes to wear. Oh, you're one of those hat-wearing people. Oh, I don't like you kind of people. I'm a non-wearing hat people. I could just see that happening. I really feel that the people that are all about this fighting, that they just like to fight. Not me. I'm not one of those people. So, this is my video log. I just wanted to touch base on this subject, about all this religious fighting and fighting based off religious principles or just principles in general being different than others. It's okay to talk about religion, to say, oh, what is your religion? Oh, I read a book, some of these things I've said here today. I read this conversation in this book called The Science of Self-Realization. It's a very good book. It's written by this amazing personality. His name was A.C., that's an initial A.C., Bhaktivedanta Swami. He was just an amazing personality. And in the book, he was having a conversation with another person that was from another religion. He was talking to a cardinal, a Catholic cardinal, and he himself, Mr. A.C. Bhaktivedanta, he is a Vaishnava. So that's totally separate religion, totally separate thing. Originated in India. And he was talking to this cardinal about the similarities and differences of the religions, but they weren't fighting. They were just having this conversation, sharing ideas and having just this amazing conversation that I really enjoyed reading. I actually read it many times. So if you guys want to check that book out, it's called The Science of Self-Realization. It's a really good book. I read it all the time, along with the Bible that I have in my pocket-sized Bible. So let's see, it's right here. See? Nice little Bible here. But I just like reading about religion. That's my thing. And I the more I read, the more I see that there's so many similarities. Other than differences that everyone else sees. Everyone always sees the differences, but why don't they see all the similarities? It's just amazing. I think it's beautiful. I think if everyone would just study different religions and see how they worship God and how they're doing things, they would see that, I can see how they don't differ from me very much. To just say different things or do different things, but basically they just want to be, they just want to love one another and love God. And those people that don't, they're not really following the religion properly, most likely. I mean, I haven't studied all the religions, but from so far, the ones I've studied, there's just lots of love in there, loving one another and love God, and that's the basic gist of it, of almost every religion I've ever studied, which is a lot. So, I mean, it's just kind of weird. Well, leave your comments, let me know what you guys think, because like I said, I'm doing this so I can really help other people get a better perspective of things, and myself too. I would always love to hear everyone's comments on this, and I haven't put any videos lately because I broke the phone, so we had to wait for a replacement phone. So now we got it, so I'll be putting more videos, I promise, more often. And that's it. So just wanted to touch base on that. Maybe next time we'll talk more about this subject matter. And until then, this is Lewis signing out. I approve this message, and just to get a better perspective of things, leaving these videos. So leave your messages. I'll definitely respond to them. All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye.